Did you know that one of the Prophet Muhammad's companions had a direct encounter with Dajjal? A real-life meeting with the greatest deceiver, the false messiah who will emerge at the end of times. What did he see? What terrifying details did he reveal? And why did the Prophet himself confirm his story in front of his companions? The answers to these questions are nothing short of chilling, and today, we dive deep into the incredible, shocking experience of Tamim al-Dari, the Palestinian companion of the Prophet, peace be upon him, who came face to face with the most dangerous liar to ever walk the earth. This is a story that will send shivers down your spine, a story so terrifying that when it was told to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he gathered his companions immediately to listen. So, prepare yourself because this account is not just a legend, it is real, and it carries an urgent message for all of us. Tamim al-Dari was a Christian merchant from Palestine, a land that has always held immense historical and spiritual significance. He was well educated, traveled extensively, and had a deep understanding of religious scriptures. His journey to Islam was not an ordinary one. Unlike many companions who embraced the faith after witnessing the miracles of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, firsthand, Tamim's was different. It was marked by an eerie, supernatural experience that forever changed his life. His fateful encounter with Dajjal did not happen in the streets of Medina or in the deserts of Arabia. It happened in the middle of the ocean, far away from civilization, in a place so mysterious that even seasoned sailors feared it. One day, Tamim al-Dari set out on a journey with a group of fellow travelers. As merchants, they were accustomed to long, perilous journeys across the sea. But this particular journey was unlike any they had undertaken before. As they sailed through the vast, endless ocean, a violent storm struck their ship. The waves roared like thunder, tossing them mercilessly until they were completely lost. The storm raged for days, pushing them further and further away from their intended path until, finally, the wind calmed, and they found themselves stranded near an unknown island. Desperate and weary, they rowed toward the shore, seeking food, water, and safety. But the moment they stepped onto the island, they realized something was terribly wrong. The air was heavy with an eerie silence. The trees swayed unnaturally, as if whispering secrets from another world. And then, out of nowhere, a strange, beast-like creature appeared before them. Tamim al-Dari and his companions froze in terror. The creature was unlike anything they had ever seen. It was covered in thick hair, so much so that they could not tell whether it was facing them or turning away. Its voice was neither human nor animal, and it spoke in a way that made their blood run cold. "Go to the monastery," it said. "There is someone waiting for you. He is eager to meet you." Shaken but desperate for answers, they followed the beast's instructions, making their way through the dense, foreboding forest. With every step, the feeling of unease grew stronger. Who was waiting for them? And why did this island feel so disturbingly unnatural? Then they saw it. A massive monastery stood in the middle of the island, its walls ancient and cracked, as if time itself had abandoned it. The doors creaked as they pushed them open, revealing a dimly lit chamber within. And there, sitting in chains, was a man unlike any they had ever encountered. The man was huge. His physique was unnaturally strong, his presence overwhelming. But the most terrifying feature was his eyes. One eye was horribly deformed, like a floating grape. The other was piercing, filled with an unsettling darkness. His hands and feet were bound in heavy chains, yet there was something deeply unsettling about his confidence. "Who are you?" Tamim al-Dari and his companions asked, barely able to contain their fear. The man smirked. "I am about to be released," he said, his voice dripping with arrogance. "Tell me, has the Prophet of the Arabs appeared yet?" Tamim al-Dari and his companions exchanged worried glances. "Yes," they replied. "He has appeared in Mecca, and he has migrated to Medina." The man's expression darkened. He nodded as if expecting this answer. "It is best for you to follow him," he said, his tone filled with an ominous certainty. "For soon, I will be given permission to walk the earth once more. And when I do, there will be no land I will not enter, no city I will not reach, except for two." Tamim al-Dari and his companions listened, horrified, as the man revealed his terrifying plan. "I will roam the world for 40 days, causing chaos and deception. But there are two places I will never be able to enter, Mecca and Medina. They are guarded by angels, and no matter how powerful I become, I will never be able to set foot in them." Realization struck Tamim al-Dari like lightning. This was no ordinary man. This was the one whom the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had warned about. This was Dajjal, the false Messiah, the greatest deceiver, the one who would emerge before the end of times to spread unparalleled corruption and fitnah across the world. As soon as Tamim al-Dari and his companions returned, they traveled to Medina and sought an urgent audience with the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. When Tamim narrated his experience, the Prophet, peace be upon him, immediately called the people of the mosque and addressed them, confirming Tamim's story in detail. "This is proof of what I have been telling you," the Prophet declared. "Dajjal is real, and the time of his emergence is near. He will come with unmatched deception, claiming to be divine. But remember, he is a liar, and no matter how powerful he seems, he is still under Allah's control." The companions listened in awe and terror. The reality of the end times had never felt closer. The warning was clear. Dajjal would come and his deception would be so great that only those with firm faith and knowledge would be able to resist him. Tamim al-Dari's encounter with Dajjal is not just a historical account. It is a warning that deception is coming, that trial will test our faith, that we must hold firm to the truth, no matter how persuasive falsehood appears. We live in an era where deception is everywhere. Lies are disguised as truths, morality is twisted, and people blindly follow what is wrong. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned us that Dajjal's deception would be so convincing that even the most knowledgeable could be fooled. So the question is, will you be ready when the time comes? The story of Tamim al-Dari reminds us to strengthen our faith, seek knowledge, and always stand on the side of truth, because the greatest deceiver is coming, and only those who prepare will survive his fitnah. May we all be guided and protected from his deception. Thank you.